And what's up, you guys? Welcome to the Mango Grove. My name is Krisha, and this is going to be a quick update on Cardano. Cardano has rallied. In fact, if you just look at the right-hand side of my screen and just look at all the tickers that I have here, almost everything is rallying right now. So this is, well, we're heading into green pastures, that's for sure. And that is to say, guys, that this is the time where you ought to be working hard. This is not the time to get complacent. Because what you need to understand, now we're only looking at Cardano. If you look at Cardano's that prior bull run from April 2020 all the way to August 2021, where if you caught the entire move, good for you. There was a good 6,000% to the upside. And if you have a meaningful position, that could be a life-changing amount for you, right? But what you need to understand is that these rallies, these bull run rallies, they happen in bursts. All right, and it's your duty as a trader to capitalize on these bursts when the market actually presents them to you, right? The very first burst only lasted for 4 months. Okay, 4 months of just like undivided attention, concentrate. The next run up also happened in the next 4 months. All right, so if you really look at this picture, Cardano's majority bull run move happened in the matter of 8 months only. 8 months. All right, so this is where focus really pays. Now, as far as Cardano's picture is concerned, guys, let's start off with the Mango dashboard. Remember, process is key when it comes to, well, profitable trading. You don't want to be FOMOing into positions and, trying to figure out where should I look first. Get into the Mango dashboard. You'll find this on app.mangoresearch.co. Try and prevent any sort of analysis paralysis for yourself. When things are running, I don't know, when I was new, when things were running really, really fast, used to scare me out of everything. I used to get really overwhelmed. And so now the dashboard sort of helps me with that, well, not being too overwhelmed and really helping me identify, is this a good time to be jumping in, or is this a good time to be maybe waiting on a pullback? Okay, so that's what the dashboard's going to help us with today. So ADA USDT, get into the drop down menu right here. Okay, and you'll see that, all right, we have bullish long trend signals from the 4-hour time frame all the way to the 4-day time frame. In fact, the 4-day time frame was last neutral the last time we spoke about ADA. So this actually turned bullish 4 days ago. Okay, and if you notice, we have green returns on all of this. That means we're seeing follow through on that bullish momentum. All right, if you caught any of these reversals, say if you had a notification set on any of these time frames, you probably got notified via email when the trend did flip in your favor. Okay, you can actually set your notifications by hitting the bell icon right here. It's just like a simple one-click step. Okay, just click on it and it'll help you set the notification on that time frame. So if you click on the bell right here, you set a notification essentially on the daily time frame. So if the daily trend ever flips, you get notified. Now, for those of you wondering, well, Krisha, yeah, we know it's bullish, we can see it rallying, but I do not have my position. Tell me if I can get a pullback on Cardano so I can get in. Well, I'll say this. Everything is looking more bullish than it's looking bearish. However, the one thing that might be alluding to a pullback is the volatility. Notice the volatility, they're on these high red numbers. Volatility is expanded. And usually when I see volatility expansion, that's the time at which I'm like, okay, you know what, maybe I'm going to be a bit cautious when actually putting on a trade on Cardano, because we might very well see a pullback. We might see this expansion of volatility actually start to contract. Okay, and it's in those contractions where you can actually find better bid opportunities, where you can actually find those pullbacks. But now here's the thing. I never trade any tool in isolation. I'm always going to take the information, the insight that I've derived from this, and I'm going to now pair it up with my T8 to see if I can build a stronger trade setup. Alrighty, so now that we have this picture, everything looking bullish, we have amazing follow through if you just look at the returns. But volatility is expanded. With this insight, now let's get into the chart, because a pullback would make sense if volatility is expanded and price is currently sitting at resistance. All right, that makes for a stronger pullback setup. So with this picture now, let's get into the chart. Okay, now first off, before we will jump into the pullback, I'll be going over the pullback opportunity as well as I'll be going over targets, of course, because I feel like I said initially, right, if I have to really pick a side between bullish and bearish, Cardano here is looking a lot more bullish than it's looking bearish. So yeah, with that, the last time I brought up Cardano, I brought up this critical range of price action on the monthly time frame that price has been respecting throughout that entire bear market consolidation, right? Came in from around 39 cents as resistance and support, beautiful support, textbook support at around 24 cents. And the last time we spoke about this, I told you guys to focus on what? told you guys to focus on the midpoint, because depending on where Cardano closes relative to that midpoint, that's going to give you the tilt on whether or not the bulls are taking over or the bears are taking over. And here's a quick lesson that I want to dispense on people out there. You don't want to be reactionary to the market. You do not want to be a part of the FOMO pump. You'd rather get your positions in on critical levels, and usually when price is sitting at critical levels, it's boring. Okay, it's boring, but that's the time to be focusing, because if you get your bids on critical levels, when the pump comes to you, when the pump happens, you're part of that move as opposed to being a part of the FOMO. The thing is that when you jump into position because of FOMO, when price is rallying, managing that position on a risk management standpoint as well as on a psychological standpoint, it can get very stressful. Because in case there's a minor pullback, and you need to understand, markets don't just move up in one straight line. No, it's ebb and flow. Okay, in case there's a minor pullback, you're sweating on a minor pullback. So your trade thesis of price actually moving to the upside might actually be right in the long term, but you get shook out on a minor pullback because you caught your position right here. That's why I'm always going to implore you guys to catch your bids on important regions, okay, because it's easy peasy to manage. So in the last video, I told you guys that, hey, if Cardano closes over that 31 cent region, we're likely making our way all the way up to the top of the range at around 39 cents. And if I'm being very honest with you guys, just looking at this picture currently, I do believe that 39 cents is, the next immediate target. If I have to really place my bets on price hitting 39 cents first versus getting a pullback first, I'm actually going to place my bet on price hitting 39 cents first before I expect a pullback. Now, I told you guys that, hey, volatility on the dashboard is these high frothy numbers, but I want to see resistance. I want to look at resistance, right? Do we have resistance in this range? Yes, there is a tiny bit of resistance right here. Okay, let me just show you, mark it out for you. Alrighty, it's coming in at around 35 cents. How am I getting 35 cents? I want you guys to take note of this inflection point right here, these inflection points right here. It was only when price lost this that we make our way all the way down to 31 cents, as well as this inflection point right here. When price lost 35 cents, only then did we make our way down. So this 35 cent region is important. However, right now price is hovering over 35 cents, well over 35 cents. And I really wanted to find out, where did the daily close relative to 35? Can that give us an earlier tilt on whether or not the bulls are looking to reclaim 35 cents? And yes, they are. Okay, you can see that while price did hesitate at around 35 cents, we got that last pullback at 35 cents. This previous daily candle actually closed over and we're rallying off of it. Now, this is just the daily. Look at how the 2-day closed relative to 35 cents. We closed extremely well relative to 35 cents. Look at the shadow on that wick. The bulls actually stepped in to pick this up in an immense way to close over 35 cents. So now with this picture, I'm seeing two bids on the chart. This is bid 1, I'm going to call it B1, at around 35 cents. But if I'm catching my bids on higher levels, like breakout trades, and I'm going to be looking at this as more of a breakout trade, I do reduce my position size. Okay, but this is going to be bid number 1 at around 35 cents. However, if we lose 35 cents, you're invalidated on that trade. Okay, you got to make sure you have your invalidations at place. That way you are not losing out willy-nilly. Alrighty, so 35 cents is bid number 1. If we lose that, you are invalidated on your trade, at which point we're likely going to start seeing Cardano actually fall even further. What is the next bid target? Well, I'm going to be gunning for the daily dynamic. Okay, this entire zone on the daily dynamic is likely going to be the next bid opportunity for Cardano. So we have bid number 1, and this is going to be bid number 2. It's going to be an if this, then that. If we break 35 cents, only then will I be expecting a move down to around 31 cents. Okay, for those of you who want the levels on the dynamic, please take note of them. They come in at around 32 cents, going all the way down to 31 cents. Okay, but that's going to be the next bid zone. But yeah, for now, if I really have to pick a side, I'm saying bulls have the edge here. We have a higher probability of getting up to the top of the range at 39 cents than we have at getting to back down to 31 cents. This is looking exceptionally good. What's really going to solidify it is us closing candles over this wick high right here, coming in at around 36 cents. Now, as far as targets to the upside are concerned, Cardano's targets remain the same. Okay, we've triggered a W-like formation, as you can see right here. I have it drawn out on my chart. The measured move to which would take Cardano all the way up to 47 cents. Yeah. So we could even shoot past that monthly level of 39 cents. So heads up. So from where price is at right now to 47 cents, that's going to be a good 23% to the upside. And that's when Cardano really starts threatening its much larger reversal formation, at which point I will not be surprised if this weekly also flips long. Okay, so that's what I'll be looking for. But getting back into the targets, now, if we start breaking 47 cents, guys, we trigger a much, much larger W-like formation right here. Okay, the measured move to which will take Cardano all the way up to 94 cents. And that's going to be a very big move from 47. Let's be modest, from 47 to 94. That's going to be a good 109% to the upside. But I'll say this, I think that the most immediate region of resistance that really comes to play where we could actually get a decent pullback is in this green box territory from 39 cents, which is target 1, going all the way up to 47 cents. I think this is going to be that region that the bears step in at. Okay, why am I saying that? Because I believe that this is actually going to be a strong region of resistance to clear. Okay, just based on the psychology in this entire zone in the past. Alrighty, so because you can actually determine whether resistance is strong or weak depending on, well, what really took place there before. So yeah, watch out for that zone from 39 cents going all the way up to 47 cents. Now, this actually brings me to the Mango Sprouts program, guys. Module 5 drops this week. This one's actually going to be on support and resistance. So I will be giving you guys the juice on how to really, tell strong versus weak resistances and support regions apart. So I'm very excited for that. Yeah, go ahead and check it out. You'll find this on the mangoway.com/sprouts. Modules 1 to 4 are already out. Also, early bird sale will end this week as soon as I drop Module 5. Okay, so as soon as Module 5 is out, the price of the program will be going up. For now, you have a 50% discount that you can take advantage of. So instead of getting it for $4.99, you're going to get it for $2.49 only. You also get a 20% off on whatever indicator you want, whether it's an indicator that we have right now or, hint, future indicators that's coming right up. So yeah, it's exciting. Go ahead and check it out. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed today's update on Cardano. If you did, smash the like button, and I will see you in the next update. With this, trade safely, trade stress-free, trade the mango way, trade the easy way. Ciao, you guys.